Greetings, kits. I have a video for you guys today. I've got another piece of Harry Potter merchandise to show you. Ta-da! I've got a Gryffindor themed lip balm. It is beautiful. Allow me to show you in a moment. That is, if my eyeball will stop being itchy. Stop being itchy, eyeball. Okay. So, context, I went to Ulta Beauty today, because I went looking for something specific, and they didn't have what I wanted at Sephora, so I went to Ulta, and I picked this up. This was actually in the clearance bin. I only paid $10. It's not a lipstick, it is a lip balm. I was hoping they would have had Slytherin. Okay, so, a side note here. That kind of pisses me off. As a Harry Potter fan, everything that's always, even on the clearance and sale items, every single fucking time is always, here's some Gryffindor, here's some Ravenclaw, here, have a Hufflepuff or two. But no, there's never a Slytherin when I want one. It's always, here's a Hufflepuff, here's a Ravenclaw, here's a, it bothers me. I'm glad to have a Gryffindor. And the good thing about this is, once the thing is empty, I'm actually going to, and I'll show you the lid here. G for Gryffindor, and the lion for Gryffindor. And then, of course, the bottom part. Oops. Hold on to me. I don't know why it's not showing up properly. I don't know why it wants to show up like that backwards, but yeah, it's showing off backwards. Don't ask me. There you go. Harry Potter. And of course it says Wizarding World on it. Yeah, it's bitch. So yes, when this is empty, I'm going to keep the box that it came in. Because when this is done, and I don't have any more of it, I'm going to put this and the box on my shelf for my Harry Potter display. Because I have more things. And I need to reorganize my Harry Potter display, and I will be doing that later. Oh, and I found this. It was great. This isn't really Harry Potter related, but I did find this. This is cute. I didn't know they made these, and I paid $12. They had a couple of different ones. They had... Okay, so I guess I should just turn this into an Ulta Beauty haul, because this was supposed to be about the piece of Harry Potter merch that I bought, but we're just going to turn this into an Ulta Beauty haul because I can, and also because the one little piece of Gryffindor merch isn't worth just one singular video. I mean, it is, but just turn this into a haul because I can. Okay, so about this, they had other ones. So they had Bugs Bunny, Tweety Bird, Sylvester, and Sylvester, and this one, which I bought. I bought this one because I thought it was going to be darker tones. But now that I actually have gotten it home, it's still good. I mean, it's still good regardless. Hi guys, look, you can see yourselves. Okay, I'm sorry. No, so yeah, it's still kind of. These are like neutrally nudie tones, which not terrible, but not my favorite. Like, I like it anyway because I can use these for like regular day-to-day stuff and whatnot. I do have another palette that has similar nudie tones, but this will be good because then I can have other shades to use and play with. And since this is portable, I can use this when I go travel. This might, since I have one that has similar tones, I need to get me another I could have got it when I was in Ulta, but they charged too much, so I might go to the Dollar Tree or something. I need to get another box or something to use that's for my makeup for travel. So when I'm traveling, I have a separate set of makeup as opposed to what I use when I'm at home, because it's probably a good idea. And like, okay, so like this is actually really cute. It's just like, yeah, I wish they had a Pepe Le Pew, okay? Because if they had a Pepe Le Pew, I would have bought it. And no, Pepe is not a rapist. Sorry, I had to get on my soapbox here because talking about Looney Tunes is making me think about Pepe Le Pew, and I have to correct this misconception. Pepe Le Pew is not a rapist. Pepe Le Pew is a hapless romantic. Penelope loves Pepe. Penelope, however, cannot stand Pepe's scent. Penelope is not able to be close to her love Pepe because he is a skunk and has a smell that she does not find very attractive. She is not running away from him because he is chasing her and running away out of fear and because he's a rapey person. She is running away because the smell is uncomfortable. The smell is bothering her, and cats have super sensitive noses, so his scent is 10 times more offensive to her than it would be to, say, a normal human being. So she is running away because the scent is bothering her nose. Because as you guys will see, I've got two prime examples here. The short where she gets a head cold, she immediately starts chasing Pepe. The other instance is when I think she covers herself in perfume, I think, or maybe Pepe gets descented. I don't remember exactly. Something like that. There's one other instance where she does not know, either does not notice or cannot notice the smell, and she still loves on Pepe. Plus, there's also the T-Mobile commercials, which I considered canon. So I consider anything where they're together canon, uh, unless stated otherwise. But yeah, so that T-Mobile, I think it was T-Mobile. Was it T-Mobile? Or was it AT&T? I don't know. That cell phone commercial, that counts. Okay. Also, we have my bath brush with the soft bristles. Yes, it's an Eco Tools. I bought it because I needed another bath brush. The last one I bought like that was a loofah one, but I didn't want to get another loofah one because they fall apart pretty quickly. They don't really fall apart per se, but that's actually a lot more hygienic, and also it just feels better. The bristles are soft and I'm like weird. Okay. Also, we have this. It's by Revolution. I've never bought any Revolution stuff, so I should, but I do know who they are, sort of, kind of, but not really. So, sidetrack here. When, a few weeks ago, I think it was last weekend. Yeah, last weekend I went to my local Walgreens, well, the Walgreens in my town, in my old neck of the woods. And when I went there, one of the things I do is I check the clearance rack for makeup and shit because, why not? So I went and I checked. Well, that's where I first found Revolution, and I found out that they did a collab between themselves and Shrek. Yeah, so them and Shrek, which was like, I don't know how to feel about that. It's Shrek. They had a cute bag though, but it wasn't worth that. So I know of the brand, so I've heard of them because of that. And yeah, so here are the colors. We've got white. Let me. I don't know if it's gonna show too good on camera. Let me try moving. Okay, because of the colors. Okay, so we have white, a kind of disco ball-y color, a kind of a gray color. Well, no, like a darker gray. We have a light gray. We have what I think is like a light brown color. We have a slightly darker brown color. Another kind of crisp, like disco ball type glitter color. A dark brown, and my favorite, black. I needed a black eyeshadow because I like to wear black eyeshadow. I prefer blacks. I like dark colored makeup. I don't wear too much dark colored makeup because of reasons. Well, namely because the Puzzle Skunk fam thinks I am light. Well, okay, I should backtrack. I am very light skinned, as y'all can see. I am mixed, but I am light skinned, and because I am light skinned, I have been mistaken for Mexican one time. Actually, a couple of times, but that's not the point. Because I am light-skinned, darker colors are obvious on me, but when I wear makeup, I want to be obvious. I don't want to be subtle, because I personally believe you shouldn't wear makeup unless you're going to be loud and obnoxious about it. Like Trixie Mattel. If you're not going to pull a Trixie Mattel, don't bother putting on makeup, bruh. Because makeup is meant to be seen, not subtle. Subtlety is not a good thing, okay? No. Now, am I sitting here saying you should, like, use your face like you're about to go out on the town as some kind of prostitute? No. There's a big difference between prostitute makeup and Trixie makeup. Huge difference. Trixie does it and it's neat, clean, and, well, okay. I should backtrack. These are my opinions. These are not Iron Cyber's opinions, and I am trying to word these very carefully. Trixie knows what she's doing. And yes, I did say she. If I accidentally used your own pronouns, Trixie, I apologize. I'm using she because you're a drag queen and you are fierce and I love you. Ugh, yes. We stand Trixie Mattel in this house. We stand Trixie. We stand Todrick Hall. Ugh, yes. Okay, I'm sorry. Explain on that. So, I like black colors. They make my skin look paler than it already sometimes is, which is what I want, because why not? And also, I just don't like colors that match my skin tone. I don't want to wear makeup that matches my skin tone. Because no, if I'm going to wear makeup, I want something that will... So, I don't wear makeup frequently. But I do like to wear makeup sometimes. And when I do, I want it to be obvious. I don't want to be subtle. That's why I bought this one, because it has the black eyeshadow. I can wear black. Also, okay, so there's another piece of makeup that I did buy, and I want to show this off really quick. Let's see if I can find it. Here it is. There's this. It's got a skull on it. Aurelio Voltaire, eat your heart out. This is what I guess this is too kitschy for him. And it came with a skull ring, which is good. And... see if I can... I don't know if it'll show up on camera. I don't think it'll show up. It won't show up too well, I don't think. Yeah. But it also has a skull printed on it. This is also a revolution. I can't wait to use this. Okay. So, yeah, I love this. Okay, so this is my piece of black lipstick I bought. Because, yes, I only paid $9. So I paid $9 for this, $10 for this. Yeah, so, like, this whole setup was $9. This was $10. This was $12. So this, out of the whole bunch of what I bought at the Ulta, oh, and my brush was $6 something, but this was the most expensive out of the whole bunch, and then this was $8. Yeah, so I bought this, and I love it, and oh my god, I love it. I can't wait. Okay, I just love it. Yeah. So I like dark black lipsticks and colors and things. I should, okay. So, your friendly neighborhood puzzle skunk, or friendly neighborhood puzzle skunk, friendly neighborhood skunk, whatever. I am what you would call a... Okay, I don't want to say goth, because that's not really the right... I guess goth, sort of. Okay, I'm a sort of goth. Like, I like gothic clothing, and I very much like the goth fashion and would definitely dress goth. The only thing is, but I don't like all of the goth music. Closest thing to goth music I like, I guess it's more emo technically. I like My Chemical Romance, and okay, Green Day is not goth music. I know it's not. It's more, leans more towards slightly emo-y sort of, but Green Day sort of kinda. And then there's another one that's more screamo, but I like it. It's called In This Moment. A friend of mine, / a potential friend of the channel, because I don't know if they actually watch the channel, I'm not sure, whom we are just going to call, I don't know. I don't want to put them under the bus. So we're just going to call them hell of a. Okay, yeah, hell of a fan, because they like hell of a boss like I do. So yeah, that works. They introduced me to that band and I like it. I haven't listened to it in a while because it's a great band. It's like not the best, but they're great. So there's that. But yeah, so I like I very much like Goss fashion. I just don't buy it too much because, well, it's kind of hard to find some that is plus size friendly and does not so I don't mind getting stared at. I don't mind getting coughed at. So like I'm that person, like, okay, there was a person I found out about on YouTube that goes around day to day in Regency era clothing, and there was another couple that walked around like they stepped out of Sherlock Holmes or something out of the Victorian era. I don't mind that kind of fashion. In fact, I love it. I would legitimately go out of here wearing a Victorian boo boo stop. I would definitely walk out of the house in a Victorian outfit with boots, dress, and all the layers, all the petticoats, all the everything, yes. But I also am aware that A, it is not entirely practical, even though I don't like being practical. I just want to be comfortable and happy. But A, it's not entirely practical. B, even if they did have a practical application or a practical variation of sorts for the modern era, I'm also aware I could probably get gawked at. And I don't care about getting gawked at, but I know that the family puzzle skunk kind of does not like me being gawked at, because then they feel like they're getting gawked at. So like they might be gawking at me, but they're probably saying shit behind my back about me and how I dress, which means they might be talking about them behind their back too. Which I get why you'd be worried about that, but me, I don't care, because life's too short. I like certain types of stuff. And the sad thing is, we don't have a goth store here in my city, which is terrible. So when I Google it, it kept saying Hot Topic. And no, before anybody says anything, Hot Topic is not a goth store anymore. Because if they sell anime shit in yours, if you sell anime shit in your store, and the anime is not something like Black Butler or Sailor Moon, you're not a fucking goth store. You are a pop culture store. Hot Topic has gone from a goth store to a punk store to more of a kind of a pop culture mishmash. There's still goth things in there, but I don't consider it a goth store anymore. The closest goth store to me is the Gothic, I think they call it the Gothic Marketplace or something like that in New York, that Aurelio Voltaire visits. Just sad, because I want a goth store in my neighborhood so bad. I want goth clothes. I want to be able to easily purchase goth clothing without having to squeeze into something. Ah well. That's why I'm gonna order online. I'm gonna start ordering online. And before you go saying, well, Puzzle Skunk, if you lost some weight, you'd probably be able to fit into the fabulous things at the Hot Top. No, ma'am. I know I should lose weight, and I'm not going to, because it's not worth it for me. Because I am extremely lazy. Well, okay, I'm not lazy. That's not actually the right word for that. I am not motivated, and I'm not motivated because I don't lose the weight quickly. So, your friendly neighborhood puzzle skunk is a business. Shit. Your friendly neighborhood puzzle skunk is a bit of an idiot, and also a bit impatient when it comes to weight loss. Your friendly neighborhood puzzle skunk. Your friendly neighborhood puzzle skunk would rather take the instant route, which would potentially be dangerous, as opposed to the tried, true, and safe method of take your time, you'll lose it eventually. I would rather have instant weight. Oh, my baby. I'd rather have instant results, instant visible results. I want to be able to do 6 sit-ups and see 6 pounds gone immediately. Like, I don't want to wait I'm impatient when it comes to this kind of stuff. Because if I don't see the results fast enough, I feel like it's not working, and therefore I give up. So yes. All that to say, I can't fit regular goth clothes, which is sad. I want goth stuff. I want to dress goth. Because, like, okay, so I like the goth fashion and sensibilities. Like, the music, the music is kind of up in the air for me. It's like, I don't know, I like all types of music. Well, yeah, a lot of types of music. But, I like goth fashion. I'm not necessarily interested in music, but I am interested in the fashion. Like the blacks, the pinks, black, dark, blood red, stuff like that. Uh, okay, and also pastel kawaii. I don't know if there's a word for this, but it's like pinky pastel kawaii goth, I guess. I don't know what you call it. Lolita? I don't know what you call it. But there's a subsection of the goth fashion stuff that's like colorful. I like that too, but like, yeah, I do get colorful things, and I do like colorful things, and I do like things like I prefer. Okay, so I don't like wearing pants. I prefer uh, dresses for everything, just dresses, maybe skirts and tops, but I prefer dresses. So when I do buy pants, I don't, especially cannot stand jeans. I prefer to buy sweatpants or leggings because they're more comfortable. And side note, yes, I know I am talking about other stuff, and this is turning into a bit of a random ramble. But this is also consider this more of a less of a random ramble and more of a me talking about product, I guess. Well, I don't know. Okay, we'll just call it a Ulta haul / random ramble. I don't know. Okay. So, uh, I don't like jeans. I can't stand them. I have bought jeans in the past, but I prefer not to buy jeans because I don't like them. I have bought them because Papa Puzzle Skunk likes me wearing jeans and pants, because Papa Puzzle Skunk has a problem with me wearing dresses all the time. Which I don't blame him for that, because to be fair, like, I get it. To be fair, wearing a dress every day, no matter where you go and what you do, some people might stare. Also, they might ask questions. Like, I like dresses that are long. I'm short. I don't want to wear short things. I want to actually make it more obvious that I'm short, and I want them to be at my ankles to the floor, but like trailing on the floor almost at my ankles, cover me completely. I do wear short sleeve dresses, but that's mostly for Papa Puzzle Skunk because I prefer long sleeved, long to the floor dresses. Like, I want people to confuse me for, say, like a Mennonite or an Amish person or a Muslim, because I like that style of. Well, okay, I should rephrase that. I like that form of modest dressing, but like more with the Gothic flair. It's kind of a mix. Like, I like goth clothing, so like the perfect world. And if not like getting some stuff, I kind of, speaking of side note, I kind of do want to get an abaya. Okay, I have got a question for any of my potentially Muslim subscribers, as well as some, or just any Muslim in general. Would you guys find it offensive if a non-Muslim were to wear hijab, niqab, uh, full hijab, full niqab, and full abaya? I am just legitimately asking this question because some people say yes, some people say no, and then I've heard some people say you shouldn't. Like, then there's those weird people that like that have a problem with it because they're like, but you're not their religion, like, which is kind of getting into like psychopathal appropriation. Don't do that. Like, I understand, but like, I don't. That's what I said. I just want y'all's opinion because, like, I like that style because I think it's a, I think I, I think everybody should dress like that because, like, it okay, I'll phrase that. I think everybody should have the option to dress like that and not get told no, and not get told that the way they dress is bad or that they're a terrorist just because they dress like that. I like that style. I think it's a good style. I personally would definitely wear that kind of stuff because it is nice, it looks good, and also because it's modest and it covers everything. If you're having a bad hair day, you don't have to worry about it. But no, seriously, I like it because it's nice. It's modest. It covers everything, and it just feels good. Also, yeah, I love, like I said, I love dresses and skirts and things. I prefer dresses to skirts and shirts because dresses are just easier to manage. Now, as far as skirts go, I love skirts, but the same principle. I like them to be to the floor because I do not like short skirts. I don't like that because like Papa Skunk always wants them at my knees because he's like, that's too long. Get it cut at your knees. No, it's like no, I don't want them that short. Like I like my stuff long. I am short. I get where he comes from, and I get where they're coming from because I am a very short person. So I get it. I understand it 100%. I am short, therefore, if I wear a long thing, it'll make the fact that I am short even more noticeable, which I want that to be noticeable because why would you not want to celebrate being short? Hello, I'm short. I'm glad. But I'm not that short. I mean, but anyways, I mean, although, to be honest, if I was in a room with Pete Manzanga. Okay, I am probably butchering your last name, Pete. You know who you are, Mister Guy with tall guy with the adorable mother. And yes, I did just call his mother's adorable. But have you seen those videos? Y'all have not must not have seen those videos. If y'all have seen those videos, you know why I'm calling his mother and why I'm calling the tall guy with the adorable mom. Anyways, I'm probably very short. But I say that to say I don't mind making it obvious that I'm short. I like making it obvious I'm short because it's fun for me anyway. So I like long things that cover me completely. And I like long skirts. I do not like short skirts. I will buy them occasionally because Papa Skunk likes it. But I personally feel like at your knees is still too short. Like for me. For me, I feel like as a woman, you should be wearing long things that go all the way to your ankle. And sleeves for your sleeve length, it should be at your wrist, but if it has to be short sleeve, at least at your elbow. Because like I wear stuff that goes like higher than my elbow because I don't have a problem with it as far as like which before y'all go uppity and be like no, I don't mind like if it's not possible to get something that goes to your elbow, some sleeve is better than no sleeve. Just don't get completely sleeveless. I do have a couple of sleeveless dresses, but that's just because they were gifts and I will wear gifts. And also because they do kind of, like, they're long enough that the no sleeve thing I'm okay with. See, because my thing is, I'm okay with no sleeves if they're long. As long as it's long enough, the sleeves are okay. I prefer long sleeve, long dresses, but like, but if it's long enough but no sleeves, I can live with that. Because it's like, okay, I'm making a compromise. I'll get the length on the ground to cover my legs, but I have to show off my arms. But that's okay. So yeah, so I'm definitely gonna keep looking because I want to find a good goth store. Because, and if speaking of which, in the comments down below, if you guys know of a good goth store to use, or a good goth website that I can order from, and if you give me a Hot Topic or Spencer's, I will have to hurt you because they are not goth stores. Spencer's is more of a pothead store. Yeah, it's like the pothead slash mystical slash like okay, it's the store where pothead Wiccans go. Yeah, pothead Wiccans and your parents because for those of you okay, so I should backtrack here. For those who don't know or don't have a Spencer's in their neighborhood or whatever, Spencer's is one of those stores that you can walk all through the store and enjoy yourself. But you have to be very careful when you get to the back of the store. Because the back of the store has toys. And to keep this clean, because this is YouTube and I don't want to get demonetized potentially on this video, they sell toys for adults. And this is one of those stores you have to be careful at, because you have to, at least in my store, you actually have to go all the way to the back to turn around so you don't knock into anything. And so, like, there have been instances where I have walked into the back of the store to turn around, and either, like, one time I went in there and did that, and Uncle Puzzle Skunk was actually picking at me about it, where he's like, "Oh, you looking at the dirty stuff? You looking at the dirty stuff?" No, I just had to turn around. And then there was that one instance where I ran into somebody that I used to know that worked at the Spencer's, and they said the same thing. I'm like, "No, I just had to turn around." Because, like, although, to be fair, they have since moved locations in my mall, and it's made it slightly easier, but not by much. Anyways, so yeah, Spencer's is more of a pothead Wiccan's paradise, with some anime stuff in there too, but, yeah. Now, let's see, how do I, explain? So, I really would like I said, I really want a good goth store. Because I like goth things. I just don't buy them because they don't have my size in the regular stores that sell them. And even if they did, it'd be hard to get. So I'm gonna look online. And hopefully they actually do have some good goth stuff. Like I said, in the comments down below, please leave links to any goth stores that you know of that are reputable, not scams, and are easy to shop through. That need to have at least up to 5x, or at least, yeah, up to 5, carry up to a 5x. Now, your friendly neighborhood puzzle skunk is a 2 to 3x, depending on what I'm ordering. Sometimes I can get away with extra large, but it really just depends on what I'm ordering here. So yeah, but I would prefer they be able to go all the way up to 5, because that way I can get stuff, and just in case I want to share with anyone else in my family, like maybe Mama Puzzled Skunk or what have you. So I want, inclusivity. Be inclusive. I want an inclusive store. Like I said, no scams, and don't give me Hot Topic, because if you do, no. Hot Topic is not a goth store. We've been over this. But I will, however, make an exception. Like, if somebody's going to point out, like, this shirt, and they're going to be like, "Hey, I know it's Hot Topic, but look at this shirt. It's perfect." That's different. I would, but that's one, very rare. And also, if you're going to send me to goth stores that also happen to be Wiccan stores, like, say, the Pyramid Collection, or, like, I think it's called Goddess Isis, or something like that. Goddess Isis books, or something, because I used to get their catalog. Thank you, but no. So, the reason I say thank you, but no, is, the Pyramid Collection, I used to get their catalog. I'm gonna resubscribe to it and double check. But I think they overcharge. Oh, and also don't send me Victorian Trading Company. I already know about them. But yeah, so they're a little, the Pyramid Collection is slightly overpriced. They might not still be around, I don't know. But I'm going to look into them again. Goddess Isis and books and more. I don't think they sell clothes items. But yeah. And also the other reason I wouldn't order directly from the Pyramid Collection besides price, they are also a, and yes, all these noises in the background are Captain. They are also a Wiccan store, or at the very least, like a spiritualistic store. I have nothing against Wicca. I should make this very clear. I am Christian, but I also have nothing against Wicca, and I don't bother, I don't mind them. I think they're good people as long as you aren't hurting somebody. And I agree with their mantra of "end it, harm none, do as ye will." So, backtrack here. Your friendly neighborhood puzzle skunk knows mild things about Wicca because ages ago I did research because I was trying to help a friend of mine back when I was in high school. Was it high school or middle school? I don't remember. I think it was middle school. But I was trying to help my friend at the time learn about Wicca because she could not do the research herself because her parents were like Christians and like one of those types of Christians. You know the type I'm talking about. The ones that are like, oh no, you can't look at Wicca, you'll die, you'll burn, blah blah. So now we in the Puzzle Skunk family are Christians. We do not believe in. Okay, Captain is being all whiny. It's cute. We don't believe in other religions don't deserve to exist, but we also don't believe in other religions either. So it's like we're Christians. We stick to our Christianity, but I have nothing against Wicca because I think it's a. If I was not Christian and I did not hold fast to my Christian beliefs, or Christianity didn't exist as a religion, and I'm saying this very carefully here. I am using these terms loosely. So, like, if this was some kind of alternate universe where Christianity never happened, and everything was like, okay, I should backtrack. Any of you Christians here, I am a full Christian. I believe in God and everything. I'm just using this as alternate reality. This was alternate universe. Christianity wasn't a thing, which that doesn't make any sense because if there wasn't Christianity, we would not be here on this planet because God created the heavens and the earth, etc., etc. But we're just going to go with it and say that this didn't happen and that science is right. The Big Bang did happen. Okay, that's just alternate universe here. So please put your Bibles and pitchforks down for a minute to suspend disbelief for alternate universe for a moment. So if this was an alternate universe and that kind of thing was going on, your friendly neighborhood puzzle skunk probably would be wicked because I don't hate their practices. Like I said, and it harm none, do as ye will. I am not a Wiccan at all. I am Christian. I just don't hate their practices. So, because like Wicca is not a terrible religion. It is not Satanistic. They do practice magic. That is magic with a K, not magic with a C. It is not like Harry Potter where you wave a wand, go Expelliarmus, and you can throw a wand away, or Wingardium Leviosa and make something levitate, or go Lumos Maxima and turn on some lights. No, it's not like Harry Potter. It is more like saying something like a protection chant, which is basically like a prayer of protection, basically, and you basically are safe for the day, I guess. Guess that's the right way to look at that. Okay, so their spells are more like what Christians. Their spells are more like our Christianity has. Praying is basically what they're doing, but they use the spells and they pray to specific gods. Like there's Isis, there's different ones. I think some of them pray to Thor. I'm not sure because I legitimately don't know because each person is different when it comes to Wicca. So that, like I said, I don't hate Wicca. I have nothing against Wicca. Because like I said, I know stuff because I do research. Oh baby, it's okay. Mommy busy. It's okay, Bubba. Okay, I do research. So before I yell at somebody and go thumping on their door with a Bible saying, "Come on, join. You're not Christian, you'll burn. Come on, come on." No, I don't do that. I'm not a Bible thumper. I am not a force feeder. I will try to give somebody, I will try to tell them about Jesus, and if they're not interested, oh well. And if they are an Abrahamic religion and they believe in something like that, like say in the case of Islam, I will leave them alone because they are still technically a form of, well, they're an Abrahamic religion and therefore a portion slightly of Christianity, sort of. Oh, and before any of you Muslims get your panties in a bunch, I don't mean that literally as in saying you are Christians. Sorry, guys, I had to shoo Mr. Fuzzy away. He was going to do something stupid. I'm saying that to say you are under the Abrahamic umbrella, like us Christians, and the Jewish faith. So, if you're that, that's fine. I'm not going to make you convert to Christianity. That's wrong. Christians are not supposed to make converts. What we are supposed to do is tell you, hey, God is good. Would you like to come to my church? And let them decide to convert. We do not convert people, they convert themselves. We tell them about the glory of God, and they come to us and say, hey, I'd like to accept Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. Can you help me? And then we say yes. Or if we don't know the best way to do that, we say, yes, I can help you. And I'll also give you the number of my pastor so he can help you better. So we do that. We do not take a Bible, shove it down someone's throat, and go, yes, repent, repent. Okay, some people do that. I do not. Nor does anyone else in the Skunk family. I do not believe in that. I personally believe that that every good Christian should read and learn about other religions and read, if possible, read the religious texts of other religions at least once, so that you can get a grasp on other religions. So if somebody says, hey, do you mind not doing that because in my religion I find that it's offensive or whatever, like if somebody goes somewhere with you and they say, hey, can you not, like if we're going out to eat and we go get food and then they say, hey, can you not order X? That's halal, that's not halal, or that's not, or that's haram, or whatever, something, and they tell me that, I'm like, okay, I'll make the exception and make the attempt and whatever. So yes, they have, I read other religious texts. So it's, I have read the Quran before, I have read the Torah. Of course, I didn't read the Torah beginning to end. Same thing with the Quran. I did read some of it because I'm willing to learn. Because I think everybody should make an attempt at learning. That does not mean you have to agree with it. That does not mean you have to think it's okay. At least make an attempt. Before you get up in arms and complain, attempt. Attempts are better than nothing, and even if you hate it, that's fine. You don't have to like it. Just try first. Because if you don't like it and you don't try, you're being really nasty. Because Jesus said love thy neighbor, and it's kind of hard to love thy neighbor if you don't know what thy neighbor does. Love thy neighbor like thyself. And the best way for me to love thy neighbor like thyself is for me to read up and do that. So, like another example, if somebody invited me to their church service, I'm going to say yes. No matter what type of church it is, I will say yes, as long as they are not telling me some kind of church that actually is a cult, because like it's kind of obvious sometimes to tell, like if somebody said something like, I don't know what the actual name of one that's actually a cult. Like, I mean, people say that about Scientology, and they've said that about Jehovah's Witnesses, but that's not fair, and I don't want to do that because I don't want to be offensive to them, so I'm not going to say that. So we're just going to make one up. And if I do happen to name your religion by mistake in making this up, I apologize. I am not calling your religion a cult. This is just an example here. So, like the church, say, like the, 7 Church of God, 6 Moon Rising, or something. And I Google it because I'm going to make an attempt. If I have never heard of this particular type of religion, whatever it is, I will Google it first. For 2 reasons. Number 1, so I can learn to make sure that if I go to your service, I'm not dressed inappropriately. Like, for example, if somebody invited me to go to mosque with them, I would make an effort to get dressed in the most, in my long sleeved navy blue dress that's, well, it's not like overly long sleeves, but long sleeved navy dress, and my big large scarf that I have to be hijabi, or as close to hijab as possible, and go into the mosque and follow the proper mosque procedure. If you invited me to Mass, I would make an attempt at dressing for Mass. If you invited me to temple, I would do the same thing. I will show you respect and make an attempt. Note, I said attempt. I might not actually look like 100% like everybody else in the church. Somebody might accidentally think I might be mocking them. I am not mocking you. I am not trying to be offensive and be stereotypy. I am trying to. I have taken the time to Google, and I will dress according to what Google says as far as the traditional clothing of your church for your church service, because I want to be fair and polite, and I feel like the most polite thing to do is dress according to that kind of the tradition, because that way, and even if I went to a church and they were modernist and they didn't mind me wearing pants, you will never, ever in a million years. Okay, well, I used to when I was younger, but that was just because Mama Skunk used to, just because I was younger. But now as an adult, unless unless the church I'm going to is doing something after church, like in the church that I used to go to in my neighborhood, which I quit going to, not because I didn't want to go, but so I started going because it used to be across the street from us and I could walk to church every Sunday. Well, then they were going to be moving, and COVID happened. So then I was like, I'm not doing virtual church. I will never do virtual church, ever. I tried it one time, and I hated it. I will never do virtual church. Don't ever ask me to do virtual church. I won't do it. Because you can't get the message. I feel like you can't get the proper message of God without being in His house. That's why I don't do televangelism. That's why I won't watch church on TV. That's why I have to be in a physical building. And it doesn't even have to be a physical building as in like an actual church. Because this church I used to go to, we met at the Y. Before they moved and got their own building. Well, then they were in the process of fixing the building. And I was like, okay, I'll wait till they fix it. Well, they finally finished it. And now we've moved. So now I gotta find me a new church. Because I want to find one that's nearby. Like, I just want to find another one. The church I was going to is great. And when they did baptisms, we had a baptism party. And they would have games and stuff like that. And I did it one year. And we had a hot dog eating contest. And I won. So that was fun. But yeah, so yeah, I know this went all over the place. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, so I say all this stuff to say, the goth stuff you have to be careful with, because some goth things can be misconstrued as Wiccan, and some goth things are kind of sort of Wiccan-y, so you have to be careful. And like, there's a difference, and some people don't know the difference between a Wiccan pentagram and a satanic pentagram. There's a huge difference. If the top point on the pentagram is pointing up, like up in the air, it is a Wiccan pentagram. If it is pointing down towards the earth, that is a satanic pentagram. Big difference. Most people want to assume all pentagrams are evil. They're not. It's a big difference. But yeah. So, and the only reason I'm pointing this out is because okay. Sorry about that, y'all. The only reason I am pointing it out is because, well, I have to point it out because some people are jerks and they don't understand. So yeah, I know it's really ridiculous. I'm sorry. All this to say, this guy, can't wait to use it. Can't wait to use this guy, yes. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and I am most definitely going to be getting some more goth clothes. Actually, if I'm able to get a bunch, I'm gonna completely empty out and redo my wardrobe with more goth clothes. Because, like, I like goth fashion, I just don't like the music so much. So yeah, it was kind of stupid, bit of a ridiculous video here. And I know it's a little long and rambly, And I know I went on a bit of a tangent about the religion, and I'm sorry. Okay, so the religious views are mine and mine alone. They are not Iron Zebra's. And normally I don't talk religion because that's a touchy subject, but I'm bringing it up specifically because I understand that goths especially have a hard time because some people assume all goths are Satanists because we I'm saying we, like I'm actually part of the goth culture right now. Just because I listen to a really old Voltaire doesn't make me goth. Okay. Yeah, well, okay, sort of does. Okay. Okay, sorry. Okay, I'm calling myself goth because I can. Okay, just because we're goth doesn't mean we're Satanists. But some people like to think we are because we don't dress like everyone else, because we walk around with frilly things and corsets and look like a fabulous bitch, and nobody else wants to look fabulous with us. Yeah, I said it. But yes. And now Captain's coming back over here to say hello. Hi, baby. Okay, no, he's not. He's doing something else. Okay. So yeah. I just say all that to say, I don't mean to hurt people. I don't mean to be offensive. You know, all this jazz. I am pointing these things out because they need to be pointed out. Because, Goth needs more recognition. Check out Aurelio Voltaire. Check out his channel. You'll love it. I promise. He does Gothic homemaking. His stuff is mwah, chef's kiss. I love it. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go.